Why do you keep missing clay targets, even when your aim feels perfect? Is it your stance, your gun, or something else you're not noticing? The truth is, most shooters miss because of a tiny moment of hesitation. Pros don't wait. They react instantly. And once you notice this one moment in your shot, your misses can start disappearing. Number 1. The frustration. If you shoot clay targets, you probably know this feeling. The target comes out, you track it, you fire, and you miss again. It's confusing because the shot felt right. Your gun was moving smoothly. Your eyes stayed locked on the target. Everything seemed exactly how it should be. Yet the clay keeps flying away untouched. After a few misses, frustration starts building. You start wondering what went wrong. Maybe your stance wasn't perfect. Maybe your swing was too slow. Maybe your lead wasn't enough. Most shooters quickly assume the problem is aim. But clay shooting isn't like rifle shooting where you simply point at a still object and squeeze the trigger. A clay target is moving fast, and your brain has only a tiny fraction of a second to react. You're not just aiming, you're trying to intercept motion with perfect timing. And that's exactly where most shooters begin to struggle without even realizing it. Number 2, the hidden problem. Here's what most shooters don't notice. When the target appears, their brain instantly shifts into analysis mode. Instead of reacting naturally, they begin trying to calculate the shot while the target is already moving. They start asking quick questions in their head. Is the lead right? Is the bead in the right place? Should I wait just a little longer? Is the target in the perfect position yet? All of this thinking happens in fractions of a second. But that small moment of hesitation creates a big problem. While the shooter is thinking, the gun is still moving, and the clay target is flying farther across the sky. The perfect shot picture actually appears for a brief moment, but the shooter is still analyzing instead of shooting. By the time the decision to pull the trigger finally happens, the opportunity has already passed. Now the gun is slightly behind, the timing is off, and the shot happens late. And in clay shooting, late shots almost always miss the target. Number 3. What pros do differently. Professional shooters almost never make this mistake. They don't wait until the target appears to decide what to do. They decide before the target even leaves the trap. Before they call pull, they already have a clear plan in their mind. They know exactly where their gun will start, where they expect to break the target, and what the correct sight picture should look like. This preparation removes hesitation. So when the clay appears, their brain doesn't switch into analysis mode. They're not asking questions like, is the lead right? Or, should I wait another moment? Instead, their brain is simply looking for a familiar picture. The moment that picture appears, when the gun connects smoothly with the target and everything looks right, the shot happens instantly. The trigger breaks almost automatically. There's no second guessing, no checking the bead, no extra thinking. Just smooth movement, clear vision, and precise timing. And that simple difference is what allows professional shooters to break targets so consistently. Number 4. The moment you must notice. This is the moment you need to start noticing. The first correct shot picture. The instant when everything suddenly lines up. The gun connects to the target. Your movement feels smooth and controlled. And the clay enters your ideal break zone. For a brief moment, the picture looks exactly the way it should. That first moment is usually the best moment to shoot. But most shooters don't trust it. Instead, they keep tracking the target a little longer. They start checking the lead. They glance at the bead. They wait for the picture to feel perfect. And during that extra moment of hesitation, the target keeps moving, and the opportunity disappears. By the time they finally pull the trigger, the ideal break point has already passed. Now the shot feels rushed and slightly behind the target. The swing becomes forced, the timing is late, and the clay keeps flying. Learning to recognize and trust that first correct picture is what separates consistent shooters from frustrated ones. Number 5. The fix. The fix is surprisingly simple, but it requires discipline. Before you even call for the target, make 3 clear decisions. First, pick your hold point, the place where your gun will start. Second, choose your break point, the exact area where you expect to break the clay. And third, create one simple rule for yourself. The moment the picture looks right, I shoot. No second opinion, no bead checking, no last-second adjustments. Because the moment you start double-checking the shot, hesitation creeps in. And in clay shooting, hesitation is what turns a perfect opportunity into a late shot. Professional shooters train themselves to trust that first correct picture. The gun connects to the target, the movement feels smooth, and the trigger breaks immediately. Trust your preparation. Trust your eyes. Trust the first opportunity you see. Because in clay shooting, the first opportunity is almost always the best opportunity. And the shooters who take it are the ones who consistently break targets. Make sure to subscribe and like the video so you don't miss more tips that can instantly improve your clay shooting. So the next time you step onto the stand, don't just watch the target. Watch your timing. Notice the first perfect shot picture. And break the shot right there. Because until you notice that moment, you'll keep missing clay targets.